You became financially free. Nobody noticed. It is 11:47 p.m. on a Tuesday in November. You are sitting at the kitchen table. The overhead light is off. The only thing illuminating your face is your phone screen. You're not texting anyone. You're not scrolling. You opened one app. You looked at one number, 1,083,491. You set the phone face down on the table. No one texted. No one called. There is no confetti, no notification, no sound. Outside, a car passes. The refrigerator hums. Your spouse is already asleep. This is what 16 years looks like. You don't move for a while. This is where the story ends. Now here is where it starts. You are 27. You make $52,000 a year. You drive a 2014 Honda Civic with 94,000 miles on it and a dent above the rear left wheel that you've been meaning to fix for 2 years. You rent a one-bedroom apartment 18 minutes from work. You have $3,200 in a savings account and no particular plan. Jordan has a plan. Jordan leases a BMW 3 Series. Payments are $680 a month. He calls it investing in his personal brand. At the happy hour in March, he talks about the car for 11 minutes. You count. He looks at your jacket, then at your shoes, then back at you. His face isn't cruel. He's just doing math. You don't say anything. In April, you open a brokerage account and set up an automatic transfer, $300 a month, into an S&P 500 index fund. You don't tell anyone, not Jordan, not your girlfriend at the time, not your parents. You set it and you go to bed. You don't know it yet, but this is the most important thing you will ever do before breakfast. You are 29. The market has done what markets do. Your balance is $9,400. It does not feel like anything. Jordan buys a house. New construction. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a backyard with a deck he posts pictures of every weekend. Building equity, the caption reads. He invites you to the housewarming. You go. You eat his food and drink his beer and look at the cathedral ceilings and feel, for exactly 17 minutes, like you made the wrong choice. On the drive home, you do nothing. You don't check the app. You don't recalculate. You merge onto the highway, and you listen to the radio, and you think about something else entirely. At 11 p.m., you add $50 more a month to the transfer, $350 now. You don't tell anyone. Jordan says renting is throwing money away. You nod. You say, yeah, maybe. He waits for you to say more. You don't fill the silence. That's the whole game. Right there. In the silence. You are 32. You've been married 2 years. You have $47,000 in the index fund. In the fall, the market drops 22% in 11 weeks. Your $47,000 becomes $31,000. On a Wednesday morning, you open the app, look at the number, and close the app. You go to work. You eat lunch. You come home. Jordan calls it a sign. He moves everything to cash. He tells you to do the same. He says the whole system is broken, that this time it's different, that smart money is on the sidelines. He sounds very confident. You don't know it yet. But Jordan is about to miss the largest single-year recovery in 14 years. Your automatic transfer keeps running. $350 disappears from your checking account on the 14th of every month as it always has. You do not touch it. You do not look at it. You go to bed. Your wife asks how things are going. You say, fine. She doesn't know about the account. Not yet. You haven't hidden it exactly. You just haven't brought it up. There is no drama in this. It simply hasn't come up in the way that most things don't come up. You are 38. The balance is $287,000. This is when the pity stops and something else starts. For years, people assumed you were struggling. The car. The apartment you lived in until you were 33. The way you never upgraded your phone until the old one stopped working. Jordan felt sorry for you in the specific way people feel sorry for someone who doesn't know what they're missing. It was generous, in its way. But at 38, something shifts. You're calmer than you should be. You don't react to layoff news the way other people do. When the company announces a restructuring, there's a meeting where everyone looks afraid, and you look like someone who is listening to a forecast for a city you don't live in anymore. Jordan notices. At lunch in October, he looks at you for a long time and then says, "You just got lucky. Timing, man. Not everyone has your situation. He doesn't know your situation. He has invented your situation and is now dismissing it. You look at him. You pick up your fork. You say, yeah, maybe. He waits. You eat. That night, you tell your wife. Not the whole story, just the number. You turn the phone screen toward her at the kitchen table. She looks at it for a moment. She says, pizza tonight? You say, yeah. She gets up to call it in. That's it. That's the whole conversation. You don't know it yet, but that is the most honest response anyone will ever give you about this number. No performance. No recalibration. Just, we still need to eat dinner. The money doesn't change what Tuesday night is. You are 41. Jordan calls on a Sunday. He needs a favor. The house, the cathedral ceilings, the backyard deck. He did a cash-out refinance 2 years ago to cover some credit card debt. The deck, a car payment, something things. The payment is now $3,100 a month, and they're having a second kid, and his wife is taking leave. And can you, just for a few months, could you co-sign on a personal loan just while they get through the restructuring? You are quiet. He says, I know it's a lot to ask. You say, I can't co-sign anything. You say it without explanation. You don't say because anything. You just say it. He says he understands. He doesn't call again for 8 months. You don't tell your wife he called, not because you're hiding it. Just because by dinner, it has already begun to feel like something that happened to someone else. Your $350 a month transfer runs on the 14th. The market does what markets do. You sleep. You are 43. Tuesday, November, 11:47 p.m. You open the app. 1,083,491 once. You set the phone face down. No one texted. No one called. Here is what you know now that you didn't know at 27. The number was never the point. The number was the outcome of a much smaller, much quieter decision. The decision wasn't to get rich. It wasn't even to save. It was to stop needing an audience for the thing you were building. Jordan needed someone to watch him buy the house. He needed the caption, the party, the look on people's faces at the housewarming. He needed the car to communicate something about himself that he couldn't communicate any other way. You needed nothing. Not because you're better. Not because you're colder or more disciplined or constitutionally different, but because somewhere around 29, you looked at the math and understood something so obvious it was almost embarrassing. The people you were performing for were not keeping score. They were busy performing for other people. The whole audience was actors. There was no one watching. So you stopped performing. $350 a month ran on the 14th. The market compounded. 16 years passed. The rest of your life didn't stop. You had kids. You changed jobs. Your mother got sick. You repainted the kitchen 3 times. And through all of it, the 14th came. The transfer ran. And the number grew in the dark without you watching it. 1,083,491 son. On a Tuesday. Alone at the kitchen table. Your spouse is asleep. The refrigerator hums. Somewhere Jordan is restructuring his budget. Nobody noticed. He says, somewhere right now, someone is 27 years old and staring at a $300 automatic transfer at 2 a.m. Wondering if it's worth it when rent is already tight and the car needs work, and Jordan just posted pictures of his new kitchen, and it's a lot to feel behind on. At 27, when the whole world seems to be moving faster than you are, they think this is about the money. It isn't. It's about the decision to stop performing for an audience that was never watching in the first place. It's about the 14th of every month, when $300, then $350 left the account and went somewhere quiet, and no one said anything about it. It's about the market dropping and not selling. About Jordan calling with a favor and saying no without an explanation. About a spouse who looked at 7 figures and said, pizza tonight, because she already knew what you were still learning, that the number doesn't change what Tuesday is. It's about the moment, years from now, when they open an app at 11 p.m. and see a number that no one gave them, no one validated, no one noticed. And they sit with it quietly, and they put the phone face down, and they go to bed. That's what freedom looks like. Not loud, not shared, not announced, Just a number in the dark and the ability to close the app and sleep. The number doesn't need witnesses, it just needs time. If this is the quiet life you're building, you're in the right place.